Ha costaníir de alaba gama sónigte a chiúns go bhfuil gama itarhealaite bá tú go dés agus ha gach éilein a misc ha iad ula gama itarhealaite le scéalach an anasach is duine itarhealaite gach féachcha. Ha costa a bhí miúin a bhí clárach scéalachgan bá feganáte costaníir de alba agus ha mi híine a bhí an sásán mar páist son thuaid den tealan scéhanach. Sé Indian rutan a cardachrúm gomór mi dhéanana bhí clárach na scéalachgan sé féin carm deoch a bhí brín í duine nach a mé sin sin ag alma glasach slúach Haró tar carman ag duine bhí brín í chéile agus fa mí féin ceistin rúd míún rutan anasach a bheit tachas déine níalain éichen réanta garid ag amanan agus éichen ata an dáin éile agus fa mí féin blas anasach de na difar scíran in níalain scéanach sin agus fa sin cardachrúm gomór. Inne scéalachgan a bheit mi hína faracin a bheith go cutramach a sanna bhí clárach sé go in duine bheith gopa níalain ar son déchinte blianachan an dríoch go cutramach in níalain agus bheit chom acham sa bríonris in scéalach sánigte agus bain mi bec an clárach ar sin agus sé inrút cutramach míon sin nach leis is an bioháast agus sé bheith mar a choramíarigh ar son chláirigh agus a bheits go sin a tachars nuair a ha blianachan ag bhuasa de raibh mar seo ach sé rút go cutramach caiintear gach gínalach agus gach scéalach agus fiochan iad ula bhí chláirigte agus ha cost na tarst carm duine bhar fegan dúich Klein sin agus a lévig míún na scéalach seo.
The Coast project started from an idea at a summit held in Oban, I think it was at the start of 2019, with a group of tourism DMOs from across the west coast of Scotland. It evolved throughout the rest of 2019 and officially started at the end of that year thanks to funding from Nature Scots Natural and Cultural Heritage Fund and also through match funding from CalMac and from West Highland College UHI. We've also worked with a number of consultants with Lateral North and Rural Dimensions being project coordinators and Lateral North also doing the display creations and creating the exhibitions both virtual and in person and we're really doing the website and app development too. So as well as story gatherers, there's been a lot of different people involved bringing all these elements together. So there were both tangible and intangible outputs that came out of the project. Obviously the vast amount of stories that were gathered and the community sense that came out of that too. People being able to contribute to workshops and speak to their local story gatherers within communities. So I think that sense of sharing has been a really positive thing, as well as of course the stories then being put into the website and the app as resources for visitors and locals to hear and read and enjoy the stories as well.
Over the last 3 years, our role has been in two different parts of the project. So the first has been to coordinate that, which is working alongside all the story gatherers, which are from throughout the whole of the west coast of Scotland, to help them gather stories from ranging from heritage all the way through to myths and legends and lots of other stuff in between. And the second part has been that we've been working on delivering exhibitions. So it's curating and then moving the exhibitions around to showcase all of the different stories that we collected as part of the Coast project. We developed 8 different themes, and so those 8 different themes allowed the story gatherers to collect different stories under those headings, but then also for us it allowed us to develop a sort of brand and identity that really spoke of the different elements or the different parts of the west coast of Scotland. The other part that's been really important for us is actually getting a really strong geographical spread, so all the way from Outer Hebrides to Islay and Gigha in the south of the west coast of Scotland. It's a really huge array of stories, all 1,600 that have been collected. There's a whole set of work that's been done by the University of Highlands and Islands to continue to develop the project, but also from our side in particular with the climate emergency and biodiversity loss and lots of other global challenges. we're trying to look at the project in a different way, and instead of looking at the past, we're looking at the future. So instead of the coast that shaped the world, it's about how the world is shaping the coast. We've ran an event in Glasgow where all of the exhibits that we created for Coast were presented, and also we had lots of people talk about not only the West Coast but the whole of Scotland's coastline, and how it is being adversely affected in different ways, and how as people, as communities, as organisations, as Scotland as a whole can address all of these different challenges and hopefully lead to a better future for everyone.